Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive? Today, we're going to be digging into something that's, well, let's just say it's not as glamorous as, like, fighter jets or supersonic travel.
True. But maybe even more important in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about aviation safety, specifically a little thing called a stop bar.
Small but mighty, right?
You got it. So we've been poring over accident reports, FAA manuals, all sorts of stuff, and we're ready to share the most interesting bits.
And hopefully by the end of this, you'll have a newfound appreciation for these unsung heroes of the runway.
So imagine this. You're a pilot, you're landing in thick fog, visibility is practically zero.
Yeah, that's a pretty nerve-wracking scenario.
It is, and that's where our friend the stop bar comes in.
It's like a lifeline in those situations.
Okay, so first things first, for anyone who's not a pilot or an air traffic controller, what exactly are we talking about when we say stop bar?
So picture this. You're taxiing towards the runway, and embedded in the pavement, you see a row of bright red lights. That's your stop bar.
Okay, so it's literally a bar of lights.
Yep, pretty straightforward, right?
But those simple lights mean serious business.
Oh, absolutely. It's basically a traffic signal, but for planes. And just like a red light at an intersection, it means one thing: stop. No exceptions.
Right, you can't just sort of roll through it if you think it's probably safe.
Nope. A lit stop bar means you hold your position no matter what.
So it sounds like those red lights have the final say, even over what ATC might be telling the pilots.
Exactly. It's there as a last line of defense, in case there's any confusion or miscommunication.
And trust me, when you're dealing with airplanes, even a small miscommunication can have huge consequences.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Runway incursions are one of the biggest safety risks in aviation. It basically means an unauthorized aircraft, vehicle, or person is on the runway when they shouldn't be. And it can lead to some really bad situations, like collisions or near misses.
Yikes. So how do stop bars help prevent those kinds of situations?
Well, for one, they add a layer of redundancy to the whole communication system between pilots and air traffic control. Even if there's a misunderstanding on the radio or something, that stop bar is a visual reminder. Hey, something's not right here. Hold your position.
So it's like a safety net, basically.
Exactly. And a very effective one, I might add. Studies have shown that stop bars have significantly reduced the number of runway incursions.
Never cross a lit stop bar.
Absolutely. That's a hard and fast rule in aviation. No matter what, those red lights mean stop, and you don't proceed until they're off.
And I bet those lights feel pretty reassuring to a pilot who's landing in bad weather when they can barely see anything else.
Oh, for sure. It's a clear visual cue in a situation that can be very confusing and stressful.
So there you have it, folks. The stop bar, a seemingly simple system of lights that plays a vital role in keeping air travel safe.
It's a great example of how sometimes the most effective solutions are also the simplest.
Totally. And next time you're at the airport, see if you can spot those red lights while you're taxiing. It's a good reminder that there's a whole lot of thought and technology that goes into keeping us safe up in the air.
And it might just make you appreciate that next smooth landing even more.
That's all for today's deep dive. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration of the world around us.